I see you stressing and overworked.
Girl, I'm about to quit this job.
Bending over backwards, trying to make it work.
I think I'm working too hard.
Trying to make ends meet, hustling all week.
I ain't even get to go out with y'all last week.
First of all, I think it's really unique to me. I don't know a whole bunch of Jacksons, especially not with the last name Hurst. My auntie and my grandma, all the matriarchs of my family named me, and I wear that name very proudly. And I didn't want to just go with Jackson because I didn't want to get too much tied into like, you know, the Michael Jackson, the whatever other, you know, big Jackson name is attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I one thing that I do know as an artist, like I'm jumping into a realm where I have to compete with all of that. You know what I'm saying? So any little thing that helps me stand out is like a good thing because I have to compete for people's attention. I gotta compete for people's dollar. I gotta compete for people's eyes, time. You know, and that's valuable to people. So I gotta give them what they want. You know, something different. Whatever descriptor is easiest to get away from the next person. You know, that's why I went with my full name. Nobody has my full name. You know,
But it's the weekend, baby. You can sleep in, you can sleep in.
and my pops is probably the most eclectic musician I know. From of course, like you got Earth, Wind and Fire, you got Stevie Wonder, you got you know, Aretha Franklin, you got all those greats playing in your house like on Saturday morning while you cleaning up, you know. But on the other hand, you know, we have gospel playing, we have some country music playing, we got rock music playing, which is crazy. Like you know, like real, you know, like Led Zeppelin and like sometimes Kiss, like that, like it's like real different people playing on car rides or just in the crib, you know. Just because my dad wanted me and my sister Kennedy, he wanted us to have like a well refined palette of music, not just a singular and you know, straightforward kind of one genre mindset, but a real you know, a real broad palette of music in different genres. So it was always something different, something new.
Baby, relax, chill and relax, girl.
You know what?
Chill.
One thing I don't like about social media is that you well, this is kind of a love-hate relationship that I'm building with social media even now. One thing that I hate about it is that you always have to be on it. Like a lot of people don't, and there's a balance between it. Like you always have to be on it, but at the same time you have to have something to say, something that you're leading people to, something that you're grabbing their attention for. You know, yeah, yeah, and exactly for I guess for an artist, for an artist, you got to have something to say. For a content creator, because these are like two different lanes that you have to that you're in. For a content creator, you just got to be consistent, be on there, be jack of all trades, be into everything. You know, like you that's probably the best way to do it, because then you can like curate your content based off of, you know, stats basically, and based off of what people like to see, based off of how people respond to the dance, or how the singing, or you know, to the acting part of it, the skits part of it. Like it's so many different lanes in it that you always have to be on it. And me being a musician, being an artist, is, you know, my time is consumed with being an artist and being a musician. But one thing that I'm learning is that I can be on there and bring people along the journey. Just turn the camera on, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's the process. Yeah, exactly. So I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better at it, but that's kind of the thing I'm fighting with social media right now.
Sit back, enjoy a couple of laughs, girl.
I met this dude.
Chill.
My sound. I've been like trying to develop my elevator speech for this specific question. I still ain't really got nothing to it, but but I would say it's very eclectic. It's rooted in gospel. because I'm a church kid. I'm a real, gospel kid for real. Grew up on gospel heavy, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in the church heavy. But R&B, soul, you gonna hear a little country twang in there. You gonna hear a little jazz in there. You gonna hear a little rock in there. So it's kind of like even pop and electric music, like house music and drum and bass music. Like I really mess with that stuff. Like I really rock with all those types of genres. So I would just say eclectic. I tried to pull from eclectic. Yeah. I try to pull from everything that I hear, everything that's on my playlist, Disney songs, movie soundtracks, like all of that. I try to pull from all that. So it's all an eclectic binding of all those things.
Your world right now is your world.
I just want to let loose.
Woo! Should I let y'all in on the secret? Dang, bro. Yes. Yeah. So the Red Project is actually a one part of like a 3-part series. It's gonna be a 15-song album when I'm done with the whole series. It's gonna be the Red Project. I'm not gonna reveal the colors yet. I'll come back next time for the art. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, for sure. But it's a one part of a 3-part series. And I'm still working on the full name for the whole series, but the color series is starting with the Red Project, and this is the poetic, romantic, sensual, the things that emotional, anger, even a little bit of that is in the Red Project. You know what I'm saying? So that is the like this project is the embodiment of what red is to me, or what I've experienced as the color red, with being in a relationship, with being married, with different types of relationships, or different scenarios that I've been in, or stuff like that, dealing with love and hate, dealing with pain and pride, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. So that's the first part. The Red Project is the first part of this 3-part series that I'm gonna have going on. So you always gonna see me on stage. You always gonna see me live. I'm a performer at heart. I was a theater kid, so performing is like the second nature to me, like right after music, and doing music. But always catch me on stage in the Twin Cities. Hopefully, I'm trying to like venture out, go to Chicago, go to Texas, go to Nashville. I have like connections there that I'm trying to build, and again, just not trying to be a leech over there, but trying to build relationships and be established, or not really established, but be someone there who's like, hey, where that guy from, or he got to come back here, trying to do that, expand. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, a lot of love in here. It's Jackson Hurst, and you're rocking with Artist Spotlight. Let's get it.
Girl, let me call you back.
You gotta take time off your mind.
Yeah.
You gotta take time off your mind.
Let me put this phone on D&D.